Guys, you will not believe what I have my hands on. I broke into the Night Drop Studios, and I have Alpha version 1 of OmegaSpin, the game I've been hyping up for months. This has been years in that process. It has been at least 18 years of OmegaSpin being conceptualized, and finally, it is a playable product. The team at Night Drop has finally released it for our enjoyment. And today, on the True Blues Now, we're going to be checking this epic, awesome sauce game out. Alright? So, if you guys don't know, OmegaSpin is a game you can play. Yeah, you can. This is super cool. It's on itch.io. So you can play it for yourself. If you like what you see, go check it out. I made all these models by hand. I put hundreds of hours, thousands of tears, and 1,000,000 liters of blood into these objects and everything you can see around here. Now, I can't take all the credit. The person that did most, if not all, of the programming is the Josh's. He's the other guy in Night Drop Studios. But there's also one more, and that is Dexter. He did all of the music you can hear. He is probably the most musical person I know. And he makes peak music, honestly. We'll release it on Spotify, we'll release a vinyl eventually. We just need money from you guys, so yeah, make sure to buy those memberships in the description. I don't think I even have memberships, but get me to I don't know, probably about 1,000,000 subscribers. Sound good? And then I'll release memberships, and then you guys can get the OmegaSpin Island IRL. Yeah, that's right. We have this really cool Kickstarter thing where if you donate, I believe it's 2 billion. So it's it's a small price to pay. 2 billion. It's not too much. You will be able to go to OmegaSpin Island in real life. And I know it sounds a lot like another island that's been trending in the news, but it's actually not. It is instead you play OmegaSpin IRL, which is super cool. And I know guys, please calm down. Not everyone can go, but first come first serve, you know. So anyway, this has been probably about a year, I think. Maybe a bit longer, because we originally did a scratch version, a scratch release, and this is the full one, because obviously we can't do a full game in scratch. And so probably about a year ago I started learning Blender and making these models. The cool thing is that I didn't create this level specifically. I did create some other ones, but you'll be seeing that later in development, probably, in some more updates. I did create all these zombie models though, and I hand painted them myself. So it's pretty cool to see. I did make this skybox too. You don't want to know how I made it. I took a black backdrop and then just put a whole bunch of specs on it. I'm like, yeah, these are stars. This is sick. But anyway, it wouldn't be possible without our lead programmer, and also our music designer. So I am in no way taking credit here, because it is 100% a team effort. But I wanted to make this video just show you guys what we got going on. I think it's a pretty cool game. It's a pretty special thing we have. And if you saw there, it said there's a breather round. So the cool thing that we decided on is that breather rounds are, when you can buy items, you can eventually upgrade your items too. We had a whole spreadsheet where you could do that, and you could also gamble. You can gamble any round, but it's easier on breather rounds. So the way it works is, in Call of Duty Zombies, you don't have a break. You have to go right into the action. So breather rounds basically are exactly what they sound like. They're a break from the chaos. So you can take some time. These are the only rounds you can buy items from the shop. And you might be thinking, there's a shop, there's an economy, and yes there is. There is an Omega economy. Basically, the more you work, the more money you get paid, and the more money you get paid, the more you can spend on consumables. It's how society works, and I'm sorry I had to be the one to break it to you like this, but, you know, you gotta contribute your side to your part to the economy. So anyway, you have different like attributes, you could say, if that makes any sense. You can buff different skills. It's almost like an RPG in that sense. That was one of the main things we had in mind when going to it. We wanted it to stand out, and the way it could stand out is by having sort of it almost being like a roguelike, you know? And those are always like super fun. And so we kind of were thinking along those lines of having something where each run is different, and depending on your play style, you can, you know, have one that's all speed. You can have one that's all like a tank build. You know, you have all health. You upgrade only your health. You know, you see what I'm saying? You guys get it. We're chilling. And so that's the kind of the idea. And once we get around, we have plans for multiplayer and co-op. So once we get around to multiplayer, we have some pretty cool things loaded up. And I'm not gonna spoil it because what's the fun in that? But keep in mind, this is the very first release of the game, so we have a lot ready, a lot in the pocket, ready to be released as soon as they're developed. So right now we're kind of building an audience. So if you like what you see, please check it out on itch.io. This is not a sponsored video. I'm not trying to sell you guys anything. That was all jokes. That was /J's. But if you're interested in what you see, the way you can help us out is by going to follow the Night Drop Studio on YouTube, Instagram. I think we have a TikTok too. And, you know, liking, doing whatever, you know, that helps us. And also playing the game. We're trying to build up a fan base. And so, you know, if you do want to see more of this, then let us know. Let me know too. I'm trying to establish a connection there between us and the fans, because I think especially in the AAA gaming space, that's what's missing. Is fans will be like, hey, we don't want Black Ops 7, we want like a Halo Master Chief Collection style of Call of Duty. And who's in charge of Call of Duty right now? Is it not Treyarch? Whoever's in charge, is basically, is it Microsoft? I think Microsoft's the one that like owns the IP. Anyway, basically, they're like, no, you guys suck, and they disrespect their fans, leading to less people interested and shittier games. They got some gold there, and they just don't want to exploit it. So our mission here is to return to the golden age of games. Actually, all three of us, all three of the team members, all of us are, you know, I don't want to say hardcore gamers because that makes us sound like we're neckbeards and Redditors. But we grew up with games, you know. We appreciated the old Call of Duties. That was our childhood, and we spent a lot of time playing the new Call of Duties, and it just doesn't hit the same. And our solution is, if they won't give us the old zombies back, we'll make it ourselves. Let us cook, okay? And it's been a long journey. I won't lie to you guys, but I am super stoked to have this out. I'm sure all of you have seen my devlogs and, you know, some of the models I've been making, and so it's an unreal experience to have this actually out there. On a serious note, I started the idea of OmegaSpin about 9 or 10 years ago. I don't know, I think I did like a history of OmegaSpin video, so if you're interested in that, make sure to check it out. I kind of go over all these old like scrolls I made when I was younger, and all the characters. And so having that such a long time ago, and now actually seeing it made into something, made into a playable game, is wild. It's absolutely mind-blowing. And I want you guys to know that this is much of a big moment for me as it is for you guys. Like, I know we don't have like much of a, oh, I think I'm probably boned. We don't have much of a fan base, of course. I'm talking like there's people waiting for the the midnight release of this game. But even just having people play this game and know about it, it's an unreal experience. If I'm being honest, it blows me away. Right. So I do apologize for getting a bit real there, but I just wanted to show you guys how much this means to me and how I think this is much more of a game. We're not doing it for the money. We're doing it for the love, for the passion, and to, you know, return to the golden age of indie games. Actually, indie games are in a good spot right now. I think just return to the golden age of games in general, and doing our part for things. So yeah, if you guys like this, if this looks like a fun little game to try, you can play it online on itch.io. You can also download the exe if you'd like to do that. Hint hint, if your school doesn't block itch.io, you can play it at school. I know the amount of games that I would play during class on itch, and so it's a nice little time waster. And if you do end up playing it, let me know what wave you got to. I have this like community thing open on YouTube, so you don't have to necessarily comment on the video. You can go to my community tab and make a new post there. It's almost like a forum specifically for Bluesnarr fans, if you guys are out there. Yeah, if you guys are playing it, let me know what wave you got to, because I'm curious. There's a bit of a bug right now where you can kind of just wave surf on enemies, and so it's kind of funny, because I think right now, until it gets fixed, you could get a stupidly high score. Now, just gonna implement that. If you get a high score now, you could be in the OmegaSpin history. Okay, we can have you hanging it in the Night Drop Studio offices. Alright? As like the world record. That's another thing. You guys like leaderboards? You want to see some leaderboards? You want some friendly competition? Would that be Omega? I think so. Unfortunately though, I don't think you guys can beat me. Look. There's a reason I'm called the true Omega Spinner. Because that's what they called me. Now, I also, side note, it's a breather wave, so I want to show you what you guys can get. So, these were all designed by me. The description was done by the Joshes, and they're pretty funny. Armor brace. Whoever wears this is certified 1,000 proven by law emo. That's pretty funny. Hey, did you know that the person who invented this may or may not have cock in his name? It's true. Syringe. It's really good, just not to do too much. Spinal support. Never doubt how stabbing brutally sharp needles into the core of one's spine gives them a longer... I got cut off, obviously. But you can see here it says like plus 25 health, plus 50 defense, plus 25 stamina speed, and this is a consumable. So you basically click the button and you can consume it. So you can also re-roll it if you don't like what you see. You can get something else. So we'll buy the tracksuit. The bullet vest is 40. I just need to get this off my chest. I just need to get this chest plate off my chest. Insert laugh track for the great joke. Yep, that's the Josh's humor. And we'll also become an emo bandana. This doesn't actually make you stronger, it just makes you believe in yourself more. Isn't that wholesome? That's so great. So, if you notice, I'm going pretty fast now. So that tracksuit I got boosted my speed and stamina, so I can also run for longer. So that's the cool thing. That's kind of the thing that I really dig about this. I know I'm just glazing this game. And it's kind of funny because it's not a game review. It's a game show-off. I would rate this game a 10 out of 10 because it's so peak. It's so peak. But, no, I'm just glazing it because I love it. But the cool thing is depending on your playstyle, you can make different builds out of it. And so we're planning on implementing more about that. So if you have any ideas, any things you want to see, definitely let us know, because we're such a small team that it's not like, oh man, I gotta tell these superiors. Sorry. I gotta tell the superiors this. No, I just go to Josh and I'm like, hey dude, can we add this? Or what do you think about this? And then I'll model it. He'll do some fancy dancy programming that I don't really know how it works. I'm more of a visual person. I made these trees. Yeah, I'm a tree guy. Oh wow, that was funky. And then we'll put it in. We have like OmegaSpin files. I don't know if I went through those in the history video, but we have these secret files full of all our ideas that we keep in like this little binder thing. It's so funny because it's top secret. I keep it in a glass case in my house, just because I don't want anyone knowing about it and potentially leaking it. If you guys also want to see a Discord, if you guys want to talk with fellow OmegaSpinners, let me know that too, because I'm curious. We have like a dev group, but I don't think I'm allowed to invite anyone. I might just like give you guys the invite and just watch you like raid the server, because it's not like we really use it for anything. I think the only thing we used it for was the actual release. So yeah, let me know, because we're planning on doing a co-op mode, both for like the zombies mode survival mode. I'm not allowed to call it zombies because that might be copywritten, and we're trying to do our own thing. My shock collar is gonna go off now. We're planning on doing a co-op mode for the survival mode and a multiplayer mode too, eventually. Maybe a co-op for campaign? We're planning on doing a campaign, but the story's still up in the air for that one. We have some pretty cool characters though, so if you do see any of them, make Rule 34 art and send it to us, because that's why I made them so attractive. That's why Hammerman is so fat, because like I actually have like a kink for fat guys. No, do not quote me on that. Why did I say that, dude? I'm putting this on the internet. True Plusnar is cooked? Yes, confirmed. Okay, so anyway, I just showed you off this one level. I'll do another video later showing off the other level based on the Iron Tomb, which is super cool and super full of lore, if you guys didn't know. And it's gonna be so epic. Trust me on this one. I would never lie to you guys. But I'll wrap this up here. So yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking about this. Let me know if you tried it and your thoughts on it. If there's anything we can improve, if there's anything I can improve with my modeling or my texturing. And if you do play, let me know what wave you got to, because right now it's just a test of stamina and how many hours you want to put into this game. So I'll wrap it up here. Thank you guys for all the support, and I will see you all in the next Omega Day. Alright, OmegaSpin, Plusnar, out. Yeah!